The construction of houses on the seas and inside the seas. Construction of houses in the sea. Let us make a wish for the future. It is not easy to live houses in the middle of the sea rather than on earth if storms, cyclones and tsunamis are threatened from the top of the house. If the dolphins and sharks are surrounded from under the house. How can man create houses that can withstand the cruel forces of this nature? Today, I am entering into a dangerous experimental focus from cooperation between Russia and the United States in the wake of Antarctica's ice. It is not just about man's survival. An attempt to tell how to melt Antarctic ice can change the shape of our planet in the future. This is because once the amount of ice is dissolved in the Antarctic continent, the water will not be seen. That is why we have to build houses in the seas. Building houses in the sea begins with an important principle. These structures must also withstand violent storms, high tides and tsunami. And how do we build it in this terrible environment? First, laying the foundation. These houses cannot be anchored to the bottom of the sea like traditional buildings as such. They float on modular and catalysts made of reinforced concrete and light mixes. The structures of this house are bent and up to the tides and absorb the power of the storms instead of resisting the power of the storms. It feels like a bending and unprecedented vessel. To counter the storms and the tsunamis, the design contains deep water, stabilizes winds like heavy keys and keep the structure stable even if it blows at a speed of 150 miles per hour. On top of the water lane, the aerodynamic domes made of shutter, proof and transparent polymers diverted air and debris. Automated shutters, however, close the structure in the first sign of accident. But to think of dolphins and sharks. These marine homes are not only built to protect humans from the weather, we need to coexist with sea creatures. And how to solve this problem? A combination of sonar, obstacles and reinforced hulls. Low frequency sound waves gently prevent interested dolphins and aggressive sharks from harm to them. The outer shell coated with soft, bio-resistant materials prevents damage from bite or friction. It is a balance of protection and harmony. These houses seem to be interrupted by the sea ecosystem they are built. Now why are Russia and the US experimenting in the Antarctica continent? This project is not just about the seas, this is a worse experiment. Antarctica contains array of the fresh water of the earth. If the warming tendencies accelerate and the ice dissolves, sea levels will rise more than 21 feet, overwhelming the coasts around the world. Russia and US, they started the experiment with advanced engineering technology in Antarctica. This makes the entire snow in the Antarctica continent in the future and it will completely become water and most to the heat of these experiments. Then, how does man live on Earth? This is why these sea homes should be tested for the next chapter of man. If we dissolve in the snowy seas in Antarctica, we have nothing else to do with the construction of these seas. These experimental homes develop into a total of floating cities self-sufficient, ready for a world-filled world, storm-proof and water. From storm-resistant platforms to dolphin-safe obstacles, the construction of houses in the sea pushes the boundaries of innovation. This is a courageous experiment no matter how the future and how we live. What do you think can it be the next boundary of humanity? Wait for more searches on the marine edges of science and survival.